Welcome to a bonus episode of Sequel Rights. You know what? Every year there's a million sequels coming out and we can't get to all of them. So we thought it might be fun this year to do a little bit of a walkthrough preview of like the sequels or the franchises that have sequels coming out.
A prequel to the sequels.
That's right. Prequel to the sequels. So we're gonna just, every year we go through and try our best. Especially this year, there's been lots of things moving around already.
Oh yeah.
We try our best.
No reason.
There's no movies out. Yeah. We try our best to put together like a whole calendar of all the sequels coming out, so we can, discuss. This is a little bit behind the scenes, so we can discuss like what we're gonna look at this year as far as new movies to talk about here on the podcast.
Which usually is a giant exercise in scheduling to get more behind the scenes, because it's like, oh, this is coming out this weekend. That means we need to start 10 weeks before.
Yes. Stay tuned to hear us talk about all the sequels coming out this year, and we might give you guys, or we're definitely going to let you guys know what we're talking about next. And also, Elias has some information about some of the franchises we've done in the past that, may or may not have sequels coming out in the future. To be determined. Yeah. So why don't we kick things off, okay? The calendar. Here's what we got. This is 2024. Like, we already missed Mean Girls, okay? That was technically a franchise. There's a sequel.
Sure.
This is a new version.
This is a reboot. There was a very much maligned sequel that I have never fully seen.
Never seen it.
Is Tim Meadows in that one too?
I think he is. Okay. I think he's the only one who's in it.
He's the through line.
Yeah.
Wow. Yikes. Okay, yeah, I haven't seen that. I imagine it's awful, but maybe we'll get to that.
But the musical was good.
Yeah. I was going to say too at the start, if you guys, as we're going through these, if you hear anything that you like really want us to talk about, or you're excited, or something we missed, or just something in general that's not even related to something coming out this year that you want us to do, where can people email us, Elis?
Yeah, email us, sequelrights@gmail.com, or send us a DM or comment Instagram, or post on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter at Sequel Rights. Just let us know what you think, because I don't know, we need more opinions.
We want to do things that people are excited about. Wherever you're listening, if you could rate and review, that would be fantastic to help other people find us. We're floating around the idea this year of, I was going to make a joke about minting a Sequel Rights crypto coin, and I lost the heart. I lost the heart.
Make a joke about that. Are you Matt Damon over here?
No.
Fortune favors the brave. What did you say in that?
I don't know.
Terrible
something
commercial.
Like that.
I should say, too, that if you happen to be tuning into this episode for the first time, this is the first time you're hearing Sequel Rights just because you want to hear someone talk about the sequels coming out, you're sequel hungry. Yeah. I don't know. We just put out a new episode kicking off 2024 with Secret of Nim. Mm-hmm. We'll be talking about the sequel next week. And before that, we got stuff about Santa Clauses. We did Scream last year. All sorts of fun stuff. Chucky's. We got Chucky.
All the Chucky's. Secret of Nim is a good example of one that we were like, hey, we got some time. Yeah. Let's find a good twofer.
Yeah.
Oh, remember that hilarious title I recently discovered the other day? Yeah. We should do Secret of Nim 2, Timmy to the Rescue.
Exactly.
So yeah, if you have suggestions like that really have nothing to do with anything, just let us know.
Yeah. We love a good twofer.
Exactly. All right, let's get back to the calendar. Okay, so we had Mean Girls at the start of the year. We go all the way to March, and we get Dune Part 2.
Oh, dude. Timmy.
Dude.
Yeah, Timmy to the rescue.
Timmy.
A different Timmy to the rescue.
Oh my God. Dune 2, Timmy to the rescue. Okay, yeah. If we're ever going to do Dune, I need a lot of lead time because I will want to read the books. And they're like gigantic. Well, the ones that are
the one written by Frank and not his son.
I don't know.
Well, we'll see. Maybe if
and the David Lynch film.
If you get,
it's true. We would have to do it just because we all love David Lynch.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Also, apparently there was a sequel script of his that just got leaked.
Yes.
I'll read that too.
We'll do a live read if you buy our crypto coin. Yeah. I mean, no.
Oh, stop.
I think maybe there's also a TV show coming. But maybe we will wait and see if he gets to direct the third one.
Yeah.
Or not. And then maybe we can do like a whole thing.
Yeah.
But for now, we will wait on that one. But right after that, on March 8th, we get Kung Fu Panda 4.
Have we done any DreamWorks?
I don't believe we have.
You know what? And there's probably a reason why. No, I'm kidding. There's some good DreamWorks movies.
I feel like the most Kung Fu Panda I've been exposed to is that ride at Universal. Well, not ride, but the show.
I've never seen it.
I have not seen that.
They're actually great.
Yeah, but aren't they like super racist?
No.
I don't.
Are you sure I wouldn't think that it's super racist?
I have not seen the first one in some
Okay.
time.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, the animation
animation is great.
and 2 and 3 is like very technically impressive, and I've enjoyed them.
Yeah, and there's like great action.
Yeah.
Some great Hans Zimmer score. And this one would be complicated for us too because there's other TV shows and specials, and some of them actually do have Jack Black as the voice. So it's like, isn't there a whole Netflix show?
Probably.
Yeah, I don't know. So it would be tough. That would be a tough one for us to do, but maybe someday.
Yeah.
Kung Fu Panda 5.
Yeah, they keep going. Okay, that brings us to what we like to do every once in a while is we've done so many franchises in the past that it's inevitable that there's going to be some check-ins when there's new releases coming out. And on March 21st on Prime Video, I believe, there is going to be a brand new Roadhouse movie.
Pain don't hurt, baby.
Maybe we can see it in theaters because some of the Prime movies, they have those like secret screenings.
Yeah.
I would love to go.
I, for some reason, saw in theaters sitting in bars with cake, the Prime Video.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that super sad?
It
apparently?
was. Yeah. Yes. But now I'm on their list. And I did get invited to see that Michael Pena astronaut movie as well. But I couldn't go that day. So I don't know. Maybe we'll have to look into this.
And
Roadhouse.
I would invite people to go back to our Roadhouse episodes, and maybe this will spark your imagination because we did something a little bit unorthodox for our Roadhouse episodes. Right. We did a Dirty Dancing back-to-back with Roadhouse.
Swayze-verse.
Yeah, the Swayze-verse. And if there's any loose association of sequels that you want to tie together that you think we should do, we would love to hear your suggestions.
Yes. But this Roadhouse, I feel like this was one that like is perfect for us though because no one was really asking for this.
Yeah.
And then Patrick Swayze passed away sadly, and there was a huge swell of like nostalgia for everything Patrick Swayze. And then Jake Gyllenhaal came up out of nowhere and was like, "Oh yeah, I'm making Roadhouse," and people were like, "What?"
I think that you're wrong in that I specifically was asking.
Oh,
for
you
this.
were? Okay, fine.
Yes.
I'm really curious about this one. I think they have not put out a full trailer that I know of.
There's clips.
There's clips, and like Jake Gyllenhaal looks super jacked.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And like he's fighting a bunch of dudes outside the Roadhouse.
Do you think he's going to rip somebody's throat out?
Let's hope so. But I'm more curious to know if like, cause I feel like there's a big music element to the original film. I'm wondering if that's going to continue and there's going to be some cool music
or not or what.
What, cause there was that whole band and everything. I'm curious to see how that turns out.
Yeah.
But we will 100% be talking about. It's a check-in.
Money on the table right now. Is there a character named Tinker?
No.
Okay.
Is Sam Elliott in the movie? Do we know that?
We don't know.
Oh, okay.
Don't
Isn't he
know.
kind of like not a cool person anymore?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Anyway.
I haven't looked into it.
Yeah.
Okay, up next, literally the very next day, comes Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
Oh.
So Frozen.
Frozen,
Yeah.
yes.
Because ghosts
with
are
Paul
cold.
Rudd as a Ghostbuster.
Yeah, I haven't. Oh God, I have never seen any Ghostbusters movies except for Ghostbusters: Answer the Call, which is a masterpiece.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm saying it.
Or depending on when you saw it, Ghostbusters.
Yeah. It's a rough watch to go back.
It was never called Answer the Call until later, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. But I haven't watched that in a while. I never saw the reboot.
I did. It takes itself very seriously.
Isn't it about podcasting?
A little bit.
Oh, no, not
some
one of those.
podcasting. but you got Carrie Coon, you got
I do like
Paul
Can't go wrong with
Rudd.
her.
There's the first one's Jason Reitman, doing a tribute to his dad.
Sure.
I don't know.
The trailer for the new one looks all right. I don't know. I would probably see it. I just don't have a super big.
I love the Ghostbusters. I love the concept of it.
Hey, this one was on our list of maybes, but we're not doing it. We're going to wait till the next one.
What month are we in now?
This
March.
is still March.
Okay.
March 26th, we get Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2.
I mean, I am, of course, morbidly curious like the rest of the world, but I don't want to encourage them by giving them even one more view on any of those movies.
I know someone that watched the first one and said they were disappointed, and I said, how?
Disappointed requires that you had expectations in the first place.
Yeah. Oh boy. I mean, I just think it's funny that like the first one must have done well enough that I feel like almost every week there's been a brand new announcement of like, guess what? Now there's now we have
there's Steamboat Willie.
Well, and Tigger has also joined the public domain at the same time that Steamboat Willie did.
He probably maybe is
A.A.
in this
Milne's
new one.
Tigger, not Disney's Tigger.
Yeah.
B movie makers out there, here's the title. It's called Tigger Warning.
Oh,
But there's
my
all
God.
these like crazy. That's terrible. That's terrible. I was just gonna say,
coming to Amazon Prime.
there's all these crazy. There's all these crazy like nursery rhyme turned horror movies like Three Blind Mice and all this crazy stupid crap that I feel like is generally off the success of the Winnie the Pooh. Which I'm like, I don't know. You're the first person who knows someone who watched it. I don't know anyone who's watched it, but there was lots of press about it, so maybe that was enough to make some money for him.
Yeah.
And if there are certain listeners listening right now, that I know that you are, it's exactly who you're thinking.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay, we're not yet done with March. Right at the end of March, on the 29th, we get Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the TV show at all. Is it connected?
Yes,
the TV show is super
great.
connected.
Okay, I'll watch it.
It's connected to the MonsterVerse.
But
which is
it's
what
so
this
hard
is.
because I really only care about Godzilla -1 now.
It's true.
Yeah, that's true. I've seen some people post the like, inside me there lives two Godzillas. Because Godzilla -1 is so serious. Godzilla X Kong, everyone's laughing about the goofy running sequence at the end of the trailer.
I can talk about this one a little bit. I love Godzilla. I think Godzilla -1 was in one of my top 5 movies of the year, and yet I still have a space in my heart for the silliness that is coming, that Adam Wingard is doing. I loved the last movie that he did in that series. I thought it was like a face-off with giant monsters and with the same shots, and thought it was tons of fun.
Well, that was the whole one where it was like Godzilla versus Kong, and it was like a...
That was Podcaster too.
That was Podcaster, yes.
That one at the time was like, it saved theaters, because it was like one of the first movies in theaters after the pandemic, and it did bonkers numbers, and
I remember that
at the time.
And it's super fun.
It is pretty fun.
I love that. The TV show is probably the best thing that's come out of that whole legendary...
I think you might like it.
Is the Ken Watanabe character still alive, or did he get killed?
He's dead.
Then
But the TV show takes place in a time when he's still alive, I think.
If Ken Watanabe won't be there to insist on saying Gojira, even though everyone around him is saying Godzilla, I don't know if I can get on board.
Because I think the TV show takes place before King of the Monsters, which is like the second Godzilla movie.
Now, okay, I'll catch up.
You should. 10 episodes is pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. It's one of the creators is Matt Fraction, who's one of my favorite comic book writers.
WandaVision?
No, different guy. That's Matt Shackman.
Oh, okay. Hawkeye? Isn't he did one of those?
Yes.
Right, I know
Hawkeye,
this.
Hawkeye.
Yes, Matt Fraction was based at, the Hawkeye series
so
is based
close.
off Matt Fraction's Hawkeye run.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah, and as for us, I don't know if we'll ever do Godzilla because there's so many.
But I do own the Criterion version that has the book that has all of them.
Oh my God.
And I've watched them all. So that would be an easy one for me.
Yeah, this is one where we'd probably have to pare it down to be like, we're only talking about the MonsterVerse. Or something like that. But even that would be a lot. Up next, okay, finally into April. April 5th, we get The First Omen.
Yeah. It's a good trailer.
It's got a pretty dope backwards trailer.
Yeah, it has a pretty good trailer.
My dad loves the Omen movies, so I've seen maybe all of them already.
It's all for you,
from
Damien.
Yeah, I think like at the end of the trailer, you can hear her saying that backwards in the trailer, which is great. I don't know if any of you saw, there was a remake of the Omen.
I did see it. Didn't we watch it at Horror Movie Night or something?
No, I would never have programmed that.
Are you sure?
The remake? No.
Well, I watched it for some reason.
I saw it in theaters in 2000, what was it, like 2007 or something? And I thought it was so bad.
It has Julia Stiles or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was one of those movies where like I was laughing in the theater like towards the end and it was like super serious.
Oh God. Okay.
No, this was back in.
So
high
who's
school.
doing this one?
I just looked it up, and I am excited about it now.
Okay.
It's got.
It's a director who did Channel Zero, Legion, Briar Patch, Brand New Cherry Flavor. Some interesting stuff there.
Yeah, it's got Bill Nighy in it.
Science Guy.
Legion, the TV show?
Yes.
Oh,
Bill
nice.
Nighy, Science Guy. Yeah, I mean, it's it seems to be.
Oh, it's the girl from Servant.
Yeah.
Oh, she looks scary.
It's called The First Omen. I assume it's a prequel. I haven't totally.
I mean, I'm totally going to watch this.
Yeah.
So.
The trailer is great. It's really vibey. And again, it is like all in reverse. All the shots are in reverse. It's really cool.
Nice.
So I am excited for that one. It'll probably be a field trip for home.
The screenplay does have 4 people on it, so.
Oh, that doesn't bode well. No. The fourth Omen.
Yeah.
The fourth try at the Omen. Okay, well that one would be tough to talk about too, because I have in our calendar here I have like the name of the film, the release date, and then like how many things, how many releases are.
How many Omens are there?
There's 6 movies total, and 2 live action TV shows.
I take it back. I have not seen 6 movies. I've seen 3.
That would be a fun one to do, though.
4.
Yeah,
I've seen
I think it would be fun.
Okay,
but again, that's one of those ones that will probably come around every.
Yeah, we'll get the second Omen.
The second Omen.
Omen kills.
The 666 Omen.
Yeah.
The Omen dies tonight.
666 Omen.
We have to kill the Omen. Yeah. Like that's what the movie's about, right? Oh boy. Okay. In April, we also have the return of everyone's favorite film, Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scar Giver.
No. Have you watched it?
I have not.
I haven't seen it either, but I know that Devindra from the Filmcast hated it a lot.
I'm like morbidly curious to check it out, but again, it's one of those ones where I'm like, do I have time to watch something that bad?
I have famously been a Zack Snyder apologist, and I have not watched the zombie movie nor this movie.
To be clear, he called himself a Zack Snyder apologist, but Tyler is in no way a Snyder bro.
Oh, that's correct. Yes.
Yeah, you need to clarify that.
Well, this is another one too, where there's a situation where like there's clearly like a not fake, but there's a trumped up Snyder cut of this film coming out at some point.
Yeah, there's an R-rated cut of this movie.
So I'm like, why would I even bother watching?
Why didn't they just make it R-rated? Is it on Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
So who cares? Why did they just do it?
I think
they're trying to make fetch happen with the Snyder cut again.
They're trying to manufacture a whole thing.
Yeah.
And also maybe increase the audience with a PG-13 film in general. But yeah, so I might wait until the R-rated one comes
I'll probably
out.
watch the R-rated one, yeah.
But that was not really ever in consideration for us to talk about.
No.
Okay, next up, we finally move to May.
December.
Oh, great movie. Oh my God. Did you watch it yet, Justin?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God. Okay, if anyone's listening who watched this, there is a Justin moment in that movie that I laughed out loud so hard and immediately texted Justin like, you need to watch May December, but he still hasn't watched it. And you may know what moment I'm talking about.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay, but is there sequel potential?
For May December? Oh my God, I wish. I would die.
June, January.
I only watch films that are gonna
January.
That would be great. Oh my God. June, January.
Okay.
I don't know enough about the film to even know if it's actually, like that makes sense. Okay. We're not talking about May, December. There's no sequel yet. But soon, maybe. Okay. We're into May 10th. We got Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Woo.
And guess what, you guys? Here is the exclusive, bonus episode exclusive. We are tackling the Planet of the Apes series. Now, we just talked about The Omen and being like, oh my God, it's 6 movies and 2 TV shows. What are we going to do? This one is 10 movies and 1 live action show and 1 animated show. But look, we already looked into the TV shows, and 1, apparently they're terrible. 2, the live action show is like hard to find online. Like,
right.
And you can't even.
But we're going to do the, 10 movies?
We're going to do the 10 movies.
Okay. I think I've seen 1 of them, maybe 2.
Was Mark Wahlberg in that one?
I saw the one with
Tim
James
Burton.
Franco, and then I saw the one where they were like in the snow with a little girl.
So you saw two of the
You
new.
saw two of the new ones.
Yeah, but I've never seen any of the old ones.
You skipped a movie.
Yeah. You saw Dawn, or is it Rise? Or
She saw Rise and
War.
I don't know. We've talked about this before, but there was a period of several years where I would just show up to any movie that Justin invited me to, despite like not having any prior knowledge of whatever it was. This is how I saw that stupid Tucci Transformers where he was drunk. And so this is going to be the same.
Are we saying that this is ceased? You do not show up to every movie that we go to.
Well, I didn't for a few years because I had more of a job, but now we have A-list, so it's like a different vibe, and so
Sure.
it's a lot
so much easier. But yeah, so we will be talking about the original series and the new trilogy, plus the obviously Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which is a continuation of the new set of films. Yes. Even though apparently the new one takes place like so many years after the events of the most recent trilogy, but it's still in the same world.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I watched the original on TCM or AMC on cable when I was growing up. I loved the Matt Reeves entries into this series. I think that they're incredibly underrated. So and I'm excited to talk about these. I think that there's going to be some. My hope is that the ones leading out of the 70s, we get some weird stuff that's pretty fun to talk about.
Yeah, I have not seen any of the old sequels. So
I've seen that moment though.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's in everything. But yeah.
But yeah, I'm really interested to see what we find out in the older sequels that I haven't seen before.
It's Monkey Abraham Lincoln.
Holy crap! Spoilers. My hopes are like, I think that like the new Planet of the Apes is like one of the amazing modern trilogy. Yep. Like one of the best. And so my hopes are like very high, and I'm hoping that Wes Ball can bring it in.
Speaking of Wes Ball, he was the person that was making the aforementioned on the previous episode Mouse Guard movie.
Well, now he's pivoted to Zelda, right?
Yep, that got killed by the Disney Fox merger.
Oh yeah.
Rest in peace, Mouse Guard.
We already have a mouse, is what it says in the Wikipedia. So that's going to be a fun one. 10 movies. That's another. We haven't done one quite that long, probably since the Land Before Time. So
that'll be right after NIM. Maybe we should do a full animal year. Only animals.
Send us those Christmas animals.
You know who's an animal? Jake Gyllenhaal and
I bet.
All animals. Okay, so that's exciting. That we'll be talking about that all through March and into May. That's a lot for you guys here. Hope you enjoy it. Tune in. All right. Okay, let's continue on the list here. The next up is The Strangers Chapter 1 on May 17th. So The Strangers
prequel
is, I don't know if it's a prequel, but it is supposed to be the first chapter in a new trilogy. Isn't it directed by Rennie Harlan?
Oh, probably.
So there's already, 2 movies?
So there's been 2 films.
Yeah.
The classic original, the second one, I can't remember that there's like a subtitle.
It's called like Go Out at Night, or Strangers Don't.
Something like that. And I feel like people actually enjoyed it.
Yeah.
The first one is like a home invasion classic. So this is supposed to be setting up a brand new trilogy. They already have everything all planned out, apparently. That's why I put 3 movies and more coming.
Okay.
You said it's The Strangers Pray at Night.
Okay.
You were close. Yeah, that was good. Don't come out at night.
Well, I realized I was about to say It Comes at Night, and I was like, that's not right.
Nope, different one.
That's all right.
So yeah, The Strangers was 2008. The Strangers Pray at Night was 2018, and now this one's 2024.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do. I'm always interested when people, claim to have a whole narrative planned out for 3 films.
But it is indeed Rennie Harlan.
That's what I thought. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Okay, here's a big one that I know everyone is excited for. I don't know about Elias as much, but Tyler and I for sure. On May 24th, we get Furiosa.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm not an insane person.
I'm just kidding.
God, I don't hate women. I love Furiosa. Come on.
Yeah, she's great.
We all loved George Miller's Genie movie that we all saw.
Yeah.
I meant to see it.
And can remember the title of
3,000
Years of Solitude.
Summer.
No.
8,000 years.
Something.
Happy Feet.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a much anticipated film. Yeah, I agree, for everybody. This is also like honestly on the list of things that we were really considering. But we ultimately thought like we haven't done a long franchise in a while, so
yeah. And it's a prequel of Furiosa.
It's a prequel
with Anya Taylor-Joy, so they're gonna explain, I'm sure, how her eyes became normal sized.
Right.
By the time she grew into Charlize Theron.
And we got Chris Hemsworth in there.
Yeah. I have
almost unrecognizable.
High hopes for this movie, but I also think that it's almost a nigh impossible task to top Fury Road.
Yeah.
I don't feel like my favorite quote about that movie is from Steven Soderbergh, and he's like, I can't believe that they're still not making it, and I can't believe that it was ever finished, because all the practicality and everything that happened in that movie, I
agree. I feel like, and that famously took forever to shoot and everything, and this one has come out in a somewhat regular time frame.
Yep.
So I think you're right. Like, I'm very excited, and I hope it's great. I just feel like I need to brace myself for being like, it wasn't quite as cool.
Yeah, I'm already walking. I'm not expecting it to be better or even to meet
also
that,
the whole thing with,
but I'm excited to dip back into that world.
Yeah, exactly. The whole thing with Fury Road too. It was like, oh my god, I've never seen anything like this.
Yeah.
And now it's like, oh, I've seen a movie like this. And, so I'm hoping that there's new things for us to discover.
I mean, that being said, when that movie came out, it's like it's a sea change for action films and things are done. It's like no one's been able to replicate it either.
Yeah, it's true. So that'll be fun. And you know what? The same day we get a brand new Garfield movie.
Hey!
Oh my God. With Chris Pratt, right?
Yeah.
Your Bill Murray has evolved into Chris Pratt.
It's me, a Garfield.
It's not technically.
I like lasagna.
Yeah, I was like, it's not technically a sequel to anything, but I was like, there has been a whole like Garfield franchise and stuff. So this is a total reboot.
I'm sorry, I was listening to another podcast where Neil Campbell, who's a writer on a bunch of other shows, was talking about when Andrew Garfield was cast as Spider-Man, when he saw the headline, Garfield can play Spider-Man, that like 7-year-old him would be very excited.
Oh man. They put out a trailer for this movie and I'm just like, I don't care.
You're like, I'm going to be taking my daughter to this.
I probably will, just because it's a thing to do.
Yep.
But I honestly have like no affinity for Garfield. Like I didn't like read the comics. I didn't watch the cartoon. I don't really
now, but
care.
I really used to like Garfield a lot because I think one of my parents' best friends had, like, it was one of those things where everybody gave her a Garfield book for her birthday or Christmas every year, and she had like a collection of like 20 books. And at some point she was like, I don't need to collect these anymore. And she was like, oh, you like to read and you're a girl, take all these books. And so I like have read almost every single collection of, I don't remember any of it because I probably read through it so quickly. But yeah.
I remember I did not watch any of the cartoons. Well, no, I must have, because I would get him confused with Heathcliff.
Right.
The
same color,
Same color. But I had from the Scholastic Book Fair, I had a Garfield like Halloween book that I loved. I can still remember the cover, but nothing about the story.
And obviously everyone had the freaking suction cup Garfield on their car, even if they like Garfield or not. Duh.
Or saw one in a Pizza Hut parking lot.
Yeah. Also, the computer lab teacher at my elementary school collected Garfield things, and the whole room was decked out in Garfield. And then she retired and gave every single student, like, you can pick one item from this room. So I had a Garfield, like, hairbrush for a long time.
It's like the I think you should leave Garfield house.
Yes. Oh my God. So funny. Okay, next up, we finally get into June here. With June 7th, we have the release of Ballerina. And you're probably like, what the fuck is Ballerina?
Oh.
Well, guess what? It's a spin-off of John Wick, okay?
Yeah.
Have you watched the John Wick Peacock
I watched
show?
some of the first episode, and it was kind of boring, so I haven't finished it. But now, I plan to try
But now they've released a trailer that they're playing during the football playoffs that shows that Mel Gibson's in it.
He is, yeah.
Wait, in the show?
Yeah.
He's in the show, yeah.
Which is like, you think that, like, so you hid that from the original trailers and you thought
really
that that's going to get people in.
Huh.
But, yeah.
Daddy's home.
There's like
Mel
a
Gibson.
3-episode TV show on Peacock, and each episode is like almost a movie length, so it's kind of like hard to get through. But yeah, so this is a spinoff starring Ana de Armas, I believe, and we'll see what. There's no trailer yet or anything, so we don't really. I haven't like looked into.
If it turns out she's not in it,
yeah, I'm suing. She was gonna be the ballerina. What the fuck? But yeah, I'm interested to see. Obviously John Wick is amazing. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that one.
It is from Underworld director Len Wiseman.
Oh boy. Okay, maybe it won't be great. We'll see. All right. After that, on June 14th, we've got 2 sequels coming out June 14th. Now, there's one that is a check-in for us, and I think there's still a little bit of a question mark if this movie is coming out this day or not. But currently, there is a slot scheduled for Bad Boys 4. The currently untitled Bad Boys 4.
Oh my God. A post-slap Bad Boys 4.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how that's going to go.
They're going to joke about it in the movie?
Oh,
Have him
God, I
slap
hope
somebody?
not.
It is the same directors,
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
Bad Boys for Life, and it appears to be. Oh no, never mind. I was gonna say it appears to be Martin Lawrence-less, but he isn't there.
That would be
Martin,
crazy.
okay, well, he's great, but Martin Lawrence seems so old on the Emmys. Did you watch it?
Yeah,
I did
I
see
was
there was
like, maybe he was drunk or tired or something, but I was like, why does he seem so old?
I did see that there were articles of people being like, fans were reaching out like, are you okay?
Yeah, because I was like, how's he going to do Bad Boys 4? Like, me being sequel rights, that's the first thing that came through my mind.
He does appear. He's not in the top billed cast, but I can tell you that Araya Seahorn and Vanessa Hudgens are.
Oh, interesting.
Vanessa Hudgens was in the last
She
one,
was.
right? Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't believe they brought her back. That's amazing. Okay.
I mean, if you haven't listened to our Bad Boys coverage, go back,
Yes.
check it out.
Yes.
We did a whole episode on the last one, Bad Boys for Life, which we were
Very pleasantly surprised by.
about how great it was.
That's pre-slap, though.
Yeah.
We didn't know anything.
That's true. That's true. We didn't
know anything.
Now we're gonna be looking at like he slapped a guy.
Yeah, he is a bad boy though.
That's true.
For life.
That's true. You're right. It's within character.
Yeah. All right.
So we'll see how that goes, if it even comes out. But that same day, there's another huge sequel coming out, Inside Out 2, which has its own drama going on,
Yes.
where there's been a bunch of voice recasts. People not returning due to pay discrepancies and stuff. Allegedly.
We've never talked about Pixar.
We haven't done a Pixar. This is interesting. It's going to be interesting. We as a group of friends always also participate in the summer movie wager. There's also been lots of drama recently about Pixar underperforming at the box office. But who knows? This one might be Inside Out. Everyone's going
to come back to the theater for that, I think.
I think no one's going to care about the cast changes. And I mean, my daughter has just started to love this movie recently.
Okay.
I hope it's good.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, on June 28th, we get A Quiet Place Day 1.
Prequel.
Which is...
Or no, it's a midquel.
Yeah. You know what? If you snort like that in the Quiet Place universe, you'd be dead.
You know what else would be dead? I'm going to go on my Quiet Place
You'd be dead on day 1.
I'm going to go on my Quiet Place rant really quickly.
Baby?
So they're trying to quietly show you the exposition, and there's this slow pan over all these printed newspapers of like society shutting down, blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's loud as shit newspaper printing.
True. That's before they knew what the problem was. Okay, I have enjoyed these movies, and you do get a little hint of what happened the first day in the sequel. So I don't know. I'm excited.
Do you think Jack Reacher makes a cameo?
This guy's too big to get killed by the aliens.
I don't know. My favorite part of the Quiet Place series is the deaf actor.
Yes.
Right.
Millicent, I forgot what her name is, but her last name. But yeah. So is this following different people or is it following the same family?
I think it's different folks.
I think this is different people.
Yeah.
I think this
so
is
I'm
the
like,
one
that's
that
gonna suck.
I think this is the one that's supposed to be in the same universe but totally different.
It was at one point gonna be directed by somebody interesting, and then I think that
and then it's
changed.
not.
Oh well. All right.
Well, look, I will say that one thing, if you're trying to survive, the Quiet Place universe, something that might help you is a little bit of focus. So you can You can see the aliens around you. You can be quiet. You can kind of like take everything in. You can know your surroundings.
What if we just lived at the waterfall?
And you probably need to relax and have less stress and anxiety.
Yes, please. And one thing that might help you, as long as you can drink it quietly, would be some Magic Mind.
And the great thing about it, too, is if you don't have power for your fridge, you can drink it cold or you can drink it warm.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. If you're like me, you're very rarely 100% focused, and having Magic Mind in the morning with your coffee. Okay, look, there's some issues with making coffee in the quiet place world. And everything, but if you can figure it out, you can have Magic Mind with your coffee in the morning and you will be focused in on survival.
Don't pour it into the coffee. You drink it separately with the coffee.
No, but if you can't make the coffee or if you don't like coffee for whatever reason, you can drink Magic Mind to get some of the same effects as coffee without it keeping you up at night.
Without the jitters.
Sleep.
That's right. And, if you're wondering exactly, we're talking about Magic Mind. What is it? Well, it's a small little bottle of green juice that has all natural ingredients, stuff like matcha, ashwagandha, lion's mane mushrooms, cordyceps mushrooms. And it is all stuff that just is, it's sugar-free, nut-free, vegan, keto, paleo-friendly. And it will just help you start your day right and keep you going and focused on all the tasks you need to do. And guess what? We're not just talking about this for fun. We have a special deal for you guys. Nice. And the way that you can do that is this. Head on over to www.magicmind.com/JanSequelRights. Again, that's www.magicmind.com/the letters JAN, all caps, and sequel rights. There, they have a special deal for you guys going on only through the end of this month, January 2024. You can get 1 month for free when you're subscribing for 3 months of the Magic Mind product. The other thing that is great is you can also use our code SequelRights20. Again, that's SequelRights and the number's 20. And that gives you an extra 20% off. So with all that, the free month when you're subscribing for 3 months and the extra 20% off, that ends up giving you a 75% off all of this Magic Mind. And it will help you gear up to crush your 2024 New Year resolutions fully focused. So make sure that you get in on this deal before the end of the month, before January here, and before it goes away. And hope you enjoy. All right, let's get back to that calendar. Okay? We got another big animated film coming out in July 3rd, Despicable Me 4. Minions, more Minions, y'all.
Oh, man.
Get up on those Minions. Everyone loves them.
I want to say the third one made me so angry.
That's the one with Trey Parker.
That I was like, I can't do this anymore because I love Trey Parker. Yeah. And it was so bad. Like,
I will say we went to go see Migration and there was going to be a Minions or like a Despicable Me short beforehand. And I was like so worried that it was going to be super Minion focused. Luckily it wasn't. And my daughter did not come out of it going like, oh my God, Minions. Meh, 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 meh. She just loved the ducks.
I thought you were going to say, so we were intentionally late.
Well, I was thinking about that, but it was too much
Coco
work.
Thing all over again. Oh, God.
It's too much work to try to bring her in like while the movie's going on. No. I'm like, we're still going to get there when we do. But yeah, I really like the first one. I can't remember much about the second one, but I've definitely fallen off because I just think the Minions are too annoying.
Well, and the Minions have just an insane backstory. Like, I've talked about this so many times. So the Minion movie is crazy.
I have an interesting tidbit for Despicable Me 4.
Okay.
The screenplay is by White Lotus creator Mike White.
What? Are you sure it's the same Mike White?
It is.
Anybody could have that name.
It is.
Oh, my God. Okay, well, now I'm interested.
And
suddenly.
Miranda Cosgrove and Steve Coogan are in it.
I'm still not that interested.
Yeah.
Steve Coogan, wait, you lost me again because I'm a Hamlet 2 hater.
Oh, wow. Well, we haven't seen any trailers, so who knows? Maybe it'll be interesting.
All right.
Okay, up next is a big one. Something I don't know if people have been clamoring for it, but it certainly seems like, in my opinion, this is one of those movies that is poised, if it looks good, to be like a huge hit. Mm-hmm. And that is Twisters.
Yeah.
Like, this is one of those movies.
$sign.
Yeah, this is one of those movies. Yeah. I feel like this is one of the movies that's coming like at the right time where people are just like, the nostalgia is there. They're like,
I saw Twister in a theater.
It's got Glenn Powell in it
2 months ago.
Yeah,
see, and it was super fun.
I was obsessed with Twister when I was younger for some reason.
It's kind of great. Yeah.
The only thing, like, I don't know if in this day and age, if it'll work for it or against it, but it apparently has like nothing to do with the original film other than
being from the same director as Minari.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
But it's not one of those like Lego sequels that's going to have anyone
Right.
from the original film in it.
Yeah.
Because also lots of them are passed away. But yeah.
Although I would not be upset about a Helen Hunt cameo.
Yeah.
I don't think she's gonna do it because there was drama. Like
There was
she wanted
drama,
to do it and make it about black people, and they were like, no.
So I think
she got mad and then left. Yeah.
So apparently this is like totally its own thing,
Yeah.
but obviously will be marketed probably with the same font or whatever.
Sure.
With a $sign. For sure.
It better have a dollar sign.
At one point, this was going to be a Joe Kosinski movie. I think he's still producing. So
Yeah.
that'll be interesting.
I will definitely be seeing it. It's one of my wife's favorite films. So I'm excited for that. All right. Then at the end of July comes our only singular MCU film of the year, Deadpool 3.
I'm worried.
With Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman.
Yep.
Come on, this one's going to be huge.
We're all gonna see it.
This
I mean,
is gonna be
obviously.
huge.
So you're saying that we're not doing all 14 X-Men movies and Deadpool movies and the X-Men animated series so that we can lead up to
I
X-Men
didn't even
97?
I didn't even list the X-Men. I was just like, there's only
You
3
want to
of
hear
them.
something very embarrassing?
Sure.
Is that during WandaVision, when Evan Peters first returned, I was like so excited that I literally went back and watched all of the X-Men's I had missed
Oh, boy.
within like 1 week before the next episode of WandaVision came out, because I was like, it's going to be the same guy. He's going to be here. I've watched like 4 or 5 movies. So I've now seen like I watched Dark Phoenix.
How did that
I
go
watched
for you?
Days of Future Past. I watched
watched New
Apocalypse one.
Mutants?
No, I never watched New Mutants.
Is he even in Dark Phoenix?
I don't know. But at that point, I was like, I'm just going to watch everything because this is it. The MCU is bringing the X-Men in, and this is the moment. And then Ralph Boner.
Yeah.
But you know what? That was pandemic time, so it's not like I was doing anything else.
Well,
anyways.
hey, you were prepped for the Marvels. Spoiler alert.
Right. I sure was.
Oh, back to our mutants.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But,
anyway, that was me for many, many days during the pandemic.
That's all right. Oh boy, that's insane. Back when we had nothing else to do. All right, so after that we get another big one, Alien Romulus, coming out in August 16th.
Fede Alvarez.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
This could be good. This is now the Alien franchise is another one that we've always been like, what do we do? Do we also have to do Predator at the same time? Because there's those Alien versus Predator things.
I have
about, like,
never said that.
Well,
we
that's
could
what
do,
I've
like-
said because there's literally 2 of those movies too. So like,
Yeah, and then we could like also decide if we wanted to like for fun do a chronological story instead of release, which we've never done, but in that case could be interesting.
Prey makes that interesting as well.
I would say, if we're gonna be purists, I'd be like, you have to also watch Predator.
Oh God. Okay, so ain't nobody got time for that. So then
You said you just watched 5
but
X-Men movies.
I did.
We also watched 14 Land Before Times. Like,
Okay,
is the
fine.
number
Next pandemic.
is the number of Predator films and Alien films equal to 14? I don't even know.
I think it is.
There's currently 7 Alien movies from my, if you don't include Alien versus Predator.
So that would be 3 Predator movies, including Prey, and then the 2 Alien versus Predators. So
no,
5.
there's 4 Predator. Well, what about just the Predator?
Oh yes, and Predators.
Yeah, so there's
Okay,
there's like at least 5.
Yeah, you're right.
6? I don't know. Yeah. So there's a lot. Okay. But I am excited.
I forgot that Shane Black came back and did that.
We gotta go. Keep it going. Keep it moving.
Okay, here's one that I know that you guys were like, huh? But I put it on there just because whatever. It's technically a sequel. There's a film called Horizon in America Saga Part
Costner.
2. So earlier in the year, there was a Part 1 coming out, and it's this whole Kevin Costner
Has been working on a movie for 20 years.
I think it's like self-financed somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a 2-part film, and I just put Part 2 on there because technically it's a sequel.
I think he put $5 million of his own money into this or something like
I
that.
feel like it's like gonna be the level of like a faith-based movie, like because that's what it seems like to me for some reason,
Sound
even
of
though it's
Freedom.
technically not.
Entirely possible.
But Oh, well.
I don't plan on seeing it unless like the trailer looks amazing.
Or unless we hear that there's something insane.
I just
with it
don't think that it's going to be as popular as the Waterworld stunt show.
Still running to this day.
Yeah.
You don't think there's going to be the Horizon?
Oh my God.
What was it? American
Horizon?
Tale?
American Saga.
It's called
An
Horizon,
American Tale.
An American
Saga.
Horizon American Saga.
Yeah, Horizon American Saga stunt show.
Sadly, not a
Featuring the Jabberwockies.
an adaptation of Horizon
Zero Dawn.
Forbidden West or anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Zero Dawn. Okay. Immediately, shortly after that, actually, this takes us to September. We have another big sequel that's a long time coming. Beetlejuice 2. This is another one that I feel like
Let's get ready to Dumbo.
Let's get ready to Dumbo. No, I feel like this is one that people are going to be so hyped for and then are probably going to be disappointed.
You know what, though? We could do it because blind spot admission, I've never seen Beetlejuice.
Oh. Well, here I have listed there's 2 movies, a musical and an animated TV show.
Oh, right.
I enjoy the animated TV show.
The musical is also popular, so
As
that
a
could,
lad?
that could
I
lead to-
missed the musical because of some kind of tragedy or something. I can't remember which, but I had tickets and then could not go.
Also, I
Did
think-
Lauren Boebert ruin it for you?
No.
was that what she was at?
Yeah.
Yeah, but in Colorado or somewhere. Yeah.
I know. I knew she was at a musical, but I didn't know.
Yeah,
which
she was
one
at
it was.
Beetlejuice. That's why it's so
God.
funny.
It was the Beetlejuice musical.
That's so stupid. Isn't Jenna Ortega in the sequel?
Yeah.
So that's another plus for that movie. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. Michael Keaton returned to a beloved character just last year, and no one gave a shit.
That's right.
So we'll see.
You mean we're not talking about The Flash 2 this year?
No. The Flash is dead.
Enter the Speed Force.
Okay, here we come to another check-in. I mean, we'll see when the trailer comes out, but I'm pretty sure we're going to do this as a check-in. Transformers 1. It's still going. Okay,
Is it a 1 or is it an I for G.I. Joe?
we don't. Yeah. Well, this is an animated prequel series.
Oh, right.
But it is film, but it is produced by Michael Bay and all that stuff.
And it has
so-
like every Avenger as a voice.
yeah,
Actor, yeah.
exactly. It's got like Chris Evans playing Optimus Prime and all that stuff.
Yeah, because Lightyear went so well.
Right.
It'll be Chris Pratt by the end of the year.
Why didn't they hire him back?
It's me, Optimus.
Chris Pratt will be Bumblebee somehow and make $1 bajillion.
Well, this should be, I'm interested to see what this looks like. I mean, we all enjoyed Rise of the Beasts more than I think we expected to. I bought it on 4K Blu-ray. It's literally in my PlayStation right now. So that'll be a fun one in September for us to check into.
I will say really quickly that Daniel Warren Johnson is currently doing the Transformers comic book, and it is fantastic. It just is only a few issues in. Go to your local comic book store and read it. It's great.
Sweet. All right, now here's another one that does not have an official title, but look, this is another one we've always talked about doing as well, but haven't ever dove in. But on September 27th, we have the release of Saw 11. I still have not seen Saw 10, but it was like well received. Like it was well received critically, which is like shocking for like the 10th film.
I know. I didn't get to see it.
I still
And
haven't
they
seen it
hated
yet.
Spiral, so.
Okay,
Yeah,
if
they
we
did.
ever do
They
Saw, we have to also take a road trip to Vegas and go to the Saw escape room,
It's fine
I
with
would
me.
do it. I would do
which
it.
I have been to, but did not escape.
You didn't escape?
No, because it was just me and my dad, and so then you get paired with randos, and so it was like a complete mess. We made it like halfway through, I would say.
They weren't smart.
Yeah.
Okay. Up next, I hope you're ready for the discourse of Joker Folie à Deux.
I'm not. Could anything prepare you for the discourse of Joker
Are you ready
Folie
for
à
the
Deux?
discourse?
From the twisted mind of the Hangover creator.
It's supposedly a musical, right?
Yeah.
With Lady
Ready.
Gaga
Yeah.
as Harley Quinn. I don't know. It's going to be nuts. That's you have all the way to October 4th to mentally prepare.
Just
or whenever the
watch
trailer
A Star
comes
is
out.
Born.
Yeah, fair. I wouldn't want to watch that either.
Also produced by Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
But that should be interesting. Here's one that I know Eliz is excited about. It's called White Bird, A Wonder Story.
I'm only excited because it's so insane.
So this was
I have no.
supposed to-
Explain this to me.
Okay, so the movie Wonder was what Tremblay with a bunch of prosthetics as a like deformed boy.
Yeah, with the astronaut helmet and everything.
Yeah. And this apparently is one of his classmates or one of the bullies or something. It's the story of that classmate's great grandmother who was like in World War II, escaping the Nazis.
Yes.
What?
So it's like a side story prequel.
How many years later?
I don't know. Well, it was supposed to come out last year and it got moved.
Yeah.
Also, like
they keep taking a Wonder Story in and off of the title.
I don't know if the title is still a Wonder. I think it's back actually, but
I feel like that could also be like that subtitle is so superfluous. It could be A Dolphin's Tale.
I think it was like honestly, I think it was supposed to come out like around that same time last year, and the trailer doesn't look terrible.
No, it looks like a Nazi flashback movie with Helen Mirren as like this lady.
It looks like it could be good.
Like connecting it to Wonders makes it worse.
Is this really a Cloverfield paradox situation where it's just like we had this other movie and we're just like,
potentially.
Wonder.
A Wonder Story.
Okay.
I don't know how many people remember that Wonder was even a film personally. But anyways, okay. And then October 18th, this is where we start to get into like, kind of like there might be other sequels coming out. These things might move.
Sure.
Yeah.
Last year we saw the release of Smile, which was a huge hit horror film. I still haven't seen it.
Pretty good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just haven't had a chance. But there's a sequel coming out, apparently this year on the 18th. The currently untitled Smile 2.
Or Smile More.
Yeah.
Smiles with a dollar sign.
$2 signs.
Later in October, just in time for Halloween or Christmas for this one, I believe, is Terrifier 3. Now, this is a huge like indie like hit horror film with a killer clown. I can't remember the concept.
Not from outer space.
But like the second one was like apparently I haven't seen any of these either, but it was like all
people
over the news.
Puking.
Yeah, for being like insanely gory, like just nuts. Like people puking in the theaters, and it was such a success that they like produced a whole like teaser trailer that was in theaters this past Christmas, and it was all about like the clown guy killing Santa. I don't know if this is a Christmas themed. I think it might be a Christmas-themed film. But anyways, Terrifier 3, probably going to be a big hit, get a wider release.
I haven't seen any of them.
Either.
Yeah.
Art the Clown.
Art. That's,
Art. Yeah, I was like,
thinking,
I know it's like an old man name.
Yeah, I was thinking Ed, but yeah, I couldn't remember. Definitely something I'm interested in checking out at some point. So we might, maybe we'll consider that for the podcast. But shortly after that, on November 8th, we get Venom 3.
That Venom Denim.
Can you believe it? We only get one single MCU film, but we get 3 exciting Sony non-Spider-Man films.
Craven the Hunter.
We get Madam Web. Yeah. Craven.
Madam Web comes out on Valentine's Day, so if you've got a sexy date that you want to take
to study spiders in the Amazon.
All the things I've read, I don't know what the heck is going on. I can't wait to see all those films.
I feel like it's going to get delayed.
Madam Web?
3. No, Venom 3.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's see. We get into some big movies here at the end of the year. November 22nd, Gladiator 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
This is another one. Yeah. This one, he dances. This is another one. It's Ridley Scott, Paul Mescal, I believe, playing the titular gladiator. It's another one that I feel like they've been talking about for forever, probably since the first.
And apparently, Derek Jacobi, the old guy who played Nicodemus in Secret of NIMH, was somebody old in Gladiator and is apparently coming back for this, according to IMDb. I don't know if it's how accurate it is.
Yeah, this one, I don't know. I feel like Ridley Scott's recent films, they've all still been like these huge epics, but a little bit hit or miss whether or not they're good from what I hear. I haven't seen them all. But this one, like, I really enjoyed Gladiator growing up. The score is amazing.
Mm-hmm. The Last Duel,
Last Duel was good.
It was so good.
Yeah.
Like,
I just heard great. Napoleon was kind of like.
Oh yeah, I didn't get to see it yet. But yeah, Last Duel was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, he's getting up there in years, but still making these huge films, these huge like.
Dude's gonna die in a movie set.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. That like just people aren't making these huge films like this, so I am excited for this. I think it'll be huge, it's right in time for Thanksgiving, I think. So that'll be a big one. Now we're in December, the last month. There's only a couple ones left here. December 13th, Karate Kid coming back.
That's another one that's going to get moved.
Yeah, this one probably will move.
It'll actually swap slots with Bad Boys 4.
I have actually, I've actually seen different dates. Like, most of the place, like,
but I saw casting for the kid like really recently, like notices because they were reaching out to like APA communities. But
this is supposed to have, you know, the actor from the original film in it, apparently.
Oh.
Obviously, there's been a successful show on Netflix. We'll see if this one comes out this year. I think you're right. It'll probably get pushed.
Spoiler alert, that actor also makes an appearance in Timmy to the Rescue.
Oh my gosh. All right, here's a real big question mark for everybody. December 20th, we're getting Mufasa.
Oh, no.
And it's actually called Mufasa, the Lion King. Well, in case you didn't know.
We will all be there in theaters because we all know that we want Barry Jenkins to get paid.
Right.
I mean, yeah, Barry
we've
Jenkins
never done like Walt Disney Animation Studios canon, and doing like Lion King could actually be interesting because I feel like
it might.
Like, you could say whatever about Lion King and it's fine, you know, like you're not really giving a hot take. And I have seen all 3 Lion King movies, the animated ones, and well, it's not like we're gonna watch all of Lion Guard, but there's also, you know, the quote unquote live action, and then I did used to watch Timon and Pumbaa, the show. That
was one of those shows that I'd watch while I was waiting for another show.
Right. Exactly.
Well, and there, you know, like I think we had Eliz and I think we had a discussion like a little bit ago too with this one. It's like, is it going to have new songs? Is it going to be a musical? Like, what's the deal? It's Mufasa. It's the story of Mufasa.
Yeah.
And all of the Lion King films have music. So I assume there's going to be songs, but we don't really know.
Speaking of movies that are going to have songs, we didn't mention the start of a new franchise of Wicked coming out this year.
Oh, that's true.
Which I cannot wait for. I've said this to everybody, but I cannot wait for the trailer to try to trick us that is not a musical.
Oh my God.
I didn't put it on there because, you know, it's only part 1.
It's only part 1?
Yeah.
It's not a sequel.
It's not Rebel Moon Part 2.
Oof.
And then, you know, right after, actually the same day as Mufasa, we get the amazing Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
What? Ooh. Same day?
Apparently.
What are they thinking?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
It's the same audience. Well, yeah.
Sonic, you need to move.
It might.
Speed on out of there.
Yeah.
But hey, I don't know.
It's getting that jury duty
Mars, dude. I'm so excited for Mars Day.
Sonic also makes a shit ton of money, so I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a good.
Gotta go fast.
I just don't know. Like, they could move. Don't you think they could move to January and make that same amount of money?
Yeah.
Not up against the Lion King.
Yeah.
Have you, Tyler? I know you famously missed when we went to see the original film. Have you seen any of them?
I have not seen any of the Sonic films.
They're actually pretty fun.
I heard that there's an Olive Garden.
There's a lot of Olive Garden, and it's hilarious.
Yeah. The movies are known as much for their product placement as
but they know.
Yeah.
They know.
It's
so
clearly a joke.
It's great. Is that it?
What was that movie? Oh, did you guys watch what was that movie on Netflix recently? About the end of the world. What was
End of the fucking world or something? Leave the world behind.
No, Leave the world behind. Yeah.
I have not watched it.
Did you watch that? Oh, okay. Because there's literally a part where they're just driving in their car and Julia Roberts is like, "Oh, a Starbucks. Let's go." And that's the end of the scene. So that's another one where I'm like,
Teslas.
Okay. Yeah. They're literally just like, that was in there for funsies and money.
I did hear there's also some Evil Corp references in that, which is fun.
Yeah.
For Mr. Robot.
I thought it was all right. So yeah, that's all the, you know, we might have missed stuff, but that's everything I had on the list. I try to be as comprehensive as possible.
Yeah. Well, I wrote down some other check-ins. We could just go through these quickly.
Do it.
We're like going long, but, so one thing that has been updated is that, as recently as May of 2022, when Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness came out, Sam Raimi said the Darkman reboot is coming, that someone's working on it. And Liam Neeson also said, I'm interested. I want to see the script. And then Josh Rubin, the director of Werewolves Within, is interested in doing it. Yeah. Super into it. Another one, I don't know if we were just so delirious during the pandemic from all those Bring It Ons, but we missed Step Up China.
Oh, right. Because no, I think we talked about it, but we didn't know when it was coming.
Yeah, so it is now available in the U.S. to stream. So at some point we could put in some Step Up China. The TV show on Starz was canceled and ended in 2022 of December of 2022.
Yeah. Sad.
Let's see what else. Naked Gun. Apparently, Seth MacFarlane says it's going to film this year in 2024, starring Liam Neeson, written by Akiva Schaffer. Except David Zucker and his co-writers are pissed off because they said they had a script and that some female executive didn't like a boob joke they make, and so she single-handedly killed it, according to Zucker. I highly doubt that that's what killed it. Yeah. They probably let that be the excuse because they didn't want to go with him.
Right.
But Seth MacFarlane and Akiva Schaffer are making this one with Liam Neeson.
Excited.
Supposedly shooting
the TED show.
This year.
Pretty funny.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, pretty. I've watched the first two
Akiva Schaffer's Rescue Rangers movie. Pretty good.
Yes.
Pretty funny.
The eternal question of Tremors is still bubbling. I think just the huge amount of nostalgia that has come up for that. Yep. Kevin Bacon is way more into parodying himself now. That Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. He was also in that Leave the World Behind for a second. Yep. He has been out saying like, I'm ready to come back to Tremors. Yeah. So, and there's literally always people calling for it. And Reba recently, she's going to perform at the Super Bowl. She also said, yeah, I'm down. Send me the script.
I bet if Twisters does well, then
we get more Tremors.
We get more Tremors.
Yeah,
well, and like, you know, as sad as it would be to not include Michael Gross, like his character came to like a very nice ending. And so then they could keep going with these other characters and it would actually like make sense in a way.
Or they just get full reboot.
Purge 6, DeMonico says he's ready to go, but they won't give him the money. And it was supposed to be a thing with Frank Grillo and a worldwide purge. But he said they won't give him the cash, but it's ready to go. Mama Thria, Judy Kramer's been making noise saying she's ready. Meryl said she wants to be reincarnated. And Amanda Seyfried just basically said like, yeah, we're all down, but also we're all more famous now. And so they need to pay us what we're worth. So maybe we'll never see it.
Yeah, fair.
Dragonheart 6 is gone kind of quiet since the last one. It's funny because I found a fandom wiki page talking about it, and we were one of the sources that it would exist. Yeah. Because Fashion said he was working on it. Yeah. So there was like 3 articles, and we were one of them. And I was like, oh my God. Okay.
Love it. That's people are listening.
Yeah. And the other one, so Dirty Dancing, new one with Jennifer Grey, is supposed to come out in 2025. Not a lot of info on that yet, but she was all over saying that it was going to happen. She was doing it. And then one that I didn't really know about at all was that Bridget Jones 4 is coming.
Oh, wow.
Which one?
Bridget Jones 4.
Oh, Bridget Jones.
Yeah. So the author of the book said she's already written or was working on writing the screenplay. That was in November of 2023. Okay. And she said that she thinks it's going to come out in 2025. And Renee Zellweger said she was down.
Well, it's a diary. Isn't she always working on it?
I saw something that was like that new movie, Anyone But You.
Yeah.
Just like outgrossed Bridget Jones as like the highest grossing R-rated rom-com.
Oh, R-rated rom-com. Yeah. Interesting.
Just recently.
We'll get Glenn Powell in that Bridget Jones 4.
Well, that was the last like solid one I had. The other ones haven't been heard from in years. And I didn't get all the way through the list. But I do want to mention, they haven't announced yet, but there could be Santa Clauses season 3. Maybe.
And And I kind of hope about that a little bit on the podcast.
That there's another animated Mortal Kombat movie that just kind of
there could be more Mortal Kombats. And
I know. I feel like I feel like the studios have moved away a little bit of these like crazy direct to DVD.
Right, but also sequels. We were supposed to get another live action
Mortal Kombat,
but I think it got Zasloved.
Well, I think I saw a tweet that it just finished production.
Okay, great. And then I know for sure that the back half of Chucky season is shooting, I think, right now. So my guess is that we're just going to get another Halloween season release.
That'd be my guess, yeah.
So
that would make the most
strikes.
Sense. Yeah, I know. It's rough.
Oh, well.
But hey, the new Mortal Kombat movie has Carl Urban as Johnny Cage, so that's going to be great.
That is great.
But yeah, all right. Well, there you guys have it. Okay, we gave you all the information about everything coming out this year. If you guys heard anything on that calendar that you want us to check out for episodes later this year after we do Planet of the Apes, which is a long one. So anything, after May, basically, let us know. And if there's anything else we missed, let us know, or something else you want us to do, reach out.
Yeah, email us at sequelrights@gmail.com or find us on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at sequelrights.
And rate and review wherever you're listening. Go back and dive into the archives for some of the checkups that we're doing or check-ins. Get your checkups. and
once a year, do it.
We really appreciate it. And I think that maybe if, depending how you like it, I like the idea of doing this prequel episode every year.
Yeah, it's fun. Check out our episode on Secret of Nim. And next week, we've got Secret of Nim 2, Timmy to the Rescue.
Timmy time.
Timmy to the rescue. All right, we'll see you guys for 2024 sequel time. All right, thanks for listening.
If there's something strange sleeping in your bed, let me tell you something. If there's something weird sleeping in your bed, oh, let me tell you something. Busting makes me feel good.